I once had to cast out a goblin. By the way, this is way more fun than atheism. Just guys, atheists. This is how much fun you don't get to have. Like, come on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Midnight Mormons. I am your host, Cardin Ellis, and today we are joined in the studio by Brad Witbeck and Kwaku L, who will be introducing us to, hold on a second, Kwaku, space demon shadow people from Switzerland.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
just take it away. Apparently they're real,
yes.
And you need to know about them.
Right. So, okay, so this is a very niche topic people are not that familiar with, but I figured it's worth discussing because what if it's real? So, there's been an increase in people.
Wait, hold on a second. Your justification is what if it's real? You just reminded me of a conversation I had with my cousin, funniest guy on the planet. He had memorized the term, "Where are my pants?" in the top 10 languages in the world, like in Mandarin, Spanish, Portuguese, English, German, because he figured there could be nothing more important you would have to know if you ever woke up somewhere and didn't have your pants. So he memorized "Where are my pants?" in the top 10 languages because, you know, who knows? You might need to know. So if these are real, yes, you're right. You could justify
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly.
There it is.
And that's the other thing. You like, if I wake up in Mongolia, I don't have pants on, I'm going to want to know where my pants are.
And if I'm walking through Bolivia and there's a Swedish shadow, no, a Swiss shadow person. Demon. Okay, hit it, brother.
So, there's been an increase in people on YouTube, on TikTok, talking about how they're seeing more spirits, right?
Okay.
So, sorry, Sam Harris, you didn't win. The atheist people, you guys didn't win.
The camera didn't destroy
because
this narrative.
Whenever we discuss, is God real, spirituality, all that stuff, you'll notice people will make fun of religious people all day long. But the second they watch a scary movie alone at night about demons or ghosts, they are creeped out. And it's like, why? You should not be weirded out. You don't believe it exists. But my friend Avery from childhood, who is a hardcore atheist, makes fun of all the religious stuff. The minute we watch a horror movie, she's like, "No, quick, you stay. Don't leave." Why? Why? What are you afraid of?
I know tons of atheists who are like, "Oh, I totally believe in ghosts, though."
And you're like, how? How? You don't get to have both. I mean, you can only you can only get one. They want one. They want the creepier thing. It doesn't make any sense. So everyone's now into spirituality. New Age is kind of winning the whole game. And so I started looking into shadow people. And shadow people, by the way, we've all experienced shadow people. You guys know what that is, right? A shadow person is, you could be at your house, you could be out somewhere at night, and you see the shadow of a person in your peripheral, but when you look to see the person's not there. But in your peripheral, the shadow of the person can be there. And or you'll just see kids see shadow people all the time. They'll just see shadows and they're coming out of their closets and things like that. And one reason we have shadow people sightings is because, we're four-dimensional beings, right? Because we've got width, we've got depth, we've got length, and we've got time.
Time, yeah.
Mm-hmm. However, demons, rather, they are not within our realm. They lack whichever you want to. You can make an argument saying they lack time. You can make an argument saying they lack, whichever one. I would say they don't have earthly time, right? Because
so you're saying since a shadow is a lack of light, it can only have those two-dimensional.
Right.
What colloquially we say two-dimensional, but would be three-dimensional because there is an element of time if it's there and we can see it. But since it lacks width, it would lack width because it's a shadow of light.
I'm saying the demon itself is not in our equal dimension. Wherefore we can't see him, but his shadow we can. Because the shadow is only two-dimensional.
Oh.
So that's why it passes through. And
so the shadow people.
Interesting.
It's similar to one of the reasons why there's an argument in terms of dimensionality, whether vampires are actually four-dimensional or not, because they can't die. And we would think that gives them more time. But there's an argument that it actually removes them from the dimension of time because it does not apply. They can't age.
Okay, so wait.
Changes,
so this
right?
is kind of like the Matrix when they're walking up and they say, "Ooh, deja vu." He's like, "Whoa, what did you see?" He's like, "Oh, I thought I saw the cat twice." He's like, "That means they changed something." So just like deja vu in the Matrix shows a change, you're saying that whenever we thought we saw something over there, that's the shadow of a demon who has passed through our four-dimensional space.
But not necessarily a demon. Like, could be like a angel also.
No.
No.
Always demons. Always demons.
It's always demons. Ah, crap! It's always demons.
Angels have the power to appear in your dimension, but demons have to kind of trick their way in.
Wait, but why do angels have the power but demons don't? Because neither one of them have received their bodies yet.
False. Angel just means
some
messenger.
angels have.
When we're saying angels, we need to make sure in Christianity we understand that this is divine being from heaven, and that's it.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily mean
Jesus
it's like
acts as an angel when he needs to deliver a message to someone, right? So all it means is messenger. We assume we've taken the stupid Renaissance view of angel that it's the winging.
baby. Original Hebraic term, angel is messenger.
So we're working with demons, meaning the third of the hosts of heaven who was cast out and never received a body.
Perhaps, or the monsters they have created, right? So it never says we know 1/3 were cast out, but there's a lot more than just the 1/3 now, right?
And technically, it didn't say 1/3 of the host of heaven. It's a third part,
right?
So we don't know what that size was.
Yes,
right. Yeah.
And anyway, just to clear with the vampires thing. That's why vampires can't see the reflection in a mirror. Because there's a dimensionality aspect to it. But anyway, moving on, okay?
Whoa, okay.
Also, vampires are real. So,
just throwing that in there.
By the way, they're real.
But dinosaurs aren't. Remember that.
No, they're not.
Okay.
So,
they're a conspiracy.
When you look, so if people are seeing shadow people, and they're going, what's going on? Why am I seeing these things? People doing ayahuasca, going into the woods naked, hanging out with shamans, seeing the elf demons, or elf angels, whatever you want to call them. Some people think they're good, some people think they're bad. But people are seeing stuff all the time now.
Okay.
And everyone's asking, okay, why is this happening? And they're looking for answers in alternative spirituality. So one theory that's very interesting to think about is the fact that there's a veil in which most of the unseen spirit realm is hidden. If you've ever read
that veil is a dimensional barrier?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Which would explain why these things can't be photographed or videoed?
Well, yeah. So using a camera from our dimension would not be able to photograph well an interdimensional monster or creature or whatever, unless you had some sort of interdimensional technology, in which there are some arguments for, and we're about to this is what this is, what we're about to discuss.
Okay.
So, when you, let me, the interdimensional technology, I believe the Large Hadron Collider is one example of that. Because
CERN, you think CERN is the interdimensional camera technology to take pictures of these guys, the shadow people?
No, worse than pictures, because they're dealing with dark matter, which is something we don't know much about and should not be messing with, but we are.
Actually, it's true. As I was looking for pictures of that was the title of this. That was the title of this article that came up that said scientists restart the Large Hadron Collider in quest for dark matter. This just happened in a week ago. Right here. Okay, so keep going, Kwaku.
I can see the argument too that it's the Large Hadron Collider that has something to do with interdimensional spaces because of how powerful the thing is.
And this thing could literally destroy the world in a second.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we're effing with some, like,
something that could make a black hole.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But my thought is, we always afraid of, okay, that's going to rip open a hole and the time and space will create a black hole. But before it would do that, theoretically, it would also tear in between the veil of the unseen and the seen realm. And if it has the power to do that, because all spirit is matter, just fine-tuned matter, it would have a power to rip between the veil of spirit matter and material human matter, right?
Okay.
If that is so, then that would mean the veil being torn in between those two things would mean we would be able to see more of these lower dimensional creatures.
Whoa.
As opposed to the higher dimensional creatures. Because you can't tear a hole into heaven, but you can tear a hole into hell. So these lower dimensional
Well, and you know
creatures,
who else said that? Your boy, Pastor Greg Locke.
Did he really?
Did he really?
You don't remember when he was in the video we were watching and he said, Jesus Christ, when the temple, when the veil was broken, he opened a door into heaven, but he also opened up a door into hell. You don't remember from his little speech?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, keep
All right,
going.
Greg Locke. Okay, you crazy bastard.
Yeah.
So, this would explain why we're saying there's an increase in these weird demonic spirit sightings. Now, what do spirits do when they finally have access to this world without being summoned, but rather the hole's been torn and they're like, go, 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 go. Let's possess as many bodies as we can. They would go, and they would try to network with other spirits. And you'll notice in the past couple years,
A big old networking
So they're
event.
corporatist bastards networking with other spirits,
Well,
they're
forming
having-
LLCs, getting tax deductions. you know?
Cosmic Con, just bringing together all of these spirits.
well, think about this. The amount of burial sites that have been desecrated recently. And did you look about the tomb of the Egyptian mummy
Oh no!
What?
that got broken?
This
and there was
sounds like a Brendan Fraser movie.
A 2,500 year
Okay.
curse was put on it and said, "You."
Is
if
this
you,
the link you sent me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Hey, you know I hate doing this, but I give you extra leeway on these crazy episodes. I have not yet read this. I hope you don't get me into trouble. But boom,
No, this
here
is
it goes.
This is a funny article. Essentially,
Why would anyone open a 2,500-year-old Egyptian tomb? Did we learn nothing from the mummy?
There it is.
So,
Okay, this
Brendan
is from
Fraser trying to
Distractify.com.
Yeah, so people are like making this article is just compiling people reacting to how horrified they are that somebody would do that.
Okay.
Because these things come with curses. They have curses written on them and say plagues will be unleashed, demons will attack if you try to desecrate or open this tomb.
So they opened the tomb.
Of course they did.
Why?
Okay, but hold on. Isn't that a message to the grave robbers of that day that were trying to sell the goods for their own lucre? Not necessarily a nice and respectable archaeologist.
Okay, yes,
that's
but who
trying
counts
to-
as the grave robbers? The people doing it, the people funding it, the people who approve the funding, the people on the board,
Or the
people who knew about it.
British? All of the British?
Our corporatist system now, a grave robber includes everybody included in that system or anybody who approves
all the
of it.
taxpayers that are paying the taxes
Right.
for the university that's going to go in and desecrate it and make fun of them for having believed in a higher and a lower power.
Now, where this gets even creepier, there's another link I sent.
Okay, let me look
There
it
is
up.
this weird Japanese rock that was
Japanese
used to
no.
bind together this human-animal hybrid demon from the ancient world.
Wait, is that this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
this one's
boy.
crazy.
Okay, wait. What is this, Kwaku?
Yeah. So they use like this stone binding to capture this human-animal hybrid demoness in Japan, like 1,000-something years ago.
Was she one of these shadow people?
I have no clue what she was.
Oh,
but
okay.
all we know
But
is
she was sealed in place by this rock, and it was found cracked.
cracked open.
What?
Yeah.
Who cracked that open? Who's opening these 2,500-year-old mummy tombs?
The same people that we let in through that portal, we ripped open that veil.
So you think?
Oh,
these-
you think it's these shadow Swiss
So the
people?
Swiss.
Like-
Okay, so you're saying that the two-dimensional Swiss shadow people
Yes.
were let out were let out by CERN and are now networking with
They're going to get their buddies.
This is like freaking Hercules with like the Titans going to Tartarus.
Good
to,
ass.
like,
This is a good plot. This is a good plot for a movie.
Okay, this is cool though. So I'm just going to read this so that any of our audience listening on the radio can see what this Instagram post or tweet says. But according to these are characters in what looks to be, it's definitely not Korean because
No,
Korean
that's
has
Japanese.
Oh no, that is Korean because it's got the circles on it. You can always tell if it's Korean if it's got the circles. Does Japanese also have the circles
it
too?
does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Only in those. Like that's.
Okay, so this is Japanese. It looks like only in Southern California can you actually have dudes be. Is this Korean or Japanese? Anyway, the Seshoseki, a famous rock in Nasu, Japan, that was said to have imprisoned the evil nine-tailed fox demoness Tamamo no Me was found broken in half after nearly 1,000 years. The demon vixen, she's a vixen, is presumably
a nine-tailed vixen.
A nine-tailed foxy vixen. That makes sense.
Hybrid demons.
You know, she is again on the loose.
And the
so they're
furries
Swiss
are
shadow
psyched.
people.
The furries are psyched.
Yeah, well, all the fur movement is an initiation to some of the human-animal hybrids.
Oh, that's another episode.
Yeah.
It's a gateway drug to human-animal hybridation.
No, it's a ceremony. It's a mass ceremony.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, they don't realize they're playing a part of it. But
That's a whole nother podcast.
oh yeah, what's why when they get together yipping? You know what yipping is? It's when they have together dressed as the animals.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's messed up, dude.
What?
Messed
Yeah,
up.
they so yipping. They get together, they have dressed as animals, and
The crap I gotta edit out.
no, you
my
have to edit that
jaw
out. That's a real. That's you don't have to edit that out. That's
my
fine.
jaw is dropped for radio. I am. I'm not gonna have a bunch of like soccer moms that are picking up their kids from,
Now-
PS number 25 saying, "Why are you talking about yipping to my kid in the car?" You know what I'm saying? But still, that is crazy, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's crazy.
So you think that the two-dimensional Swiss shadow people were let loose by CERN, and now they are networking with all of the entrapped mummies and or fox, demon, vixen, human, animal hybrid spirits.
And they're spreading around the world. Like, these sightings are increasing everywhere, not just in
All over the
Switzerland.
world. All over the world. Yeah, people are recording, seeing stuff like crazy, and the reason is because maybe we're effing around with some dark matter, interdimensional technology stuff. That, and by the way, Switzerland is the home of like all world corruption. But like, how come everything awful goes back to the Swiss? By the way,
Like all of the World Economic Forum and
yeah,
stuff like that.
even
and Klaus Schwab.
yeah, that guy's
It's
that
just
guy's kinda
worrisome. It's just worrisome.
No
at
one,
the very least.
everyone on the people on the left and right,
All
no
of
one likes
the
Klaus
money
Schwab.
from
It
the
creeps
third,
everybody out.
all the money from the Third Reich that was stolen was put into Swiss banks that was never gotten back, and they got
John Calvin was Swiss, you know.
That's the clincher for me. I mean,
yeah, John Calvin's evil, you know. It's like all this weird stuff always happens in Switzerland with little, yeah. So anyway, I legitimately think there's an argument to see if we're using technology that can rip a dark hole into our world. It can probably do. There's a lot more side effects than just like a lot's going to be going on. And if that's true, then perhaps a spiritual veil has been torn on the search for dark matter. In which case, how many evil spirits have been coming into the world that were once bound? And then the ones that were bound on this world, how many of those things have been broken by their buddies because they want to take over the entire world? And this would be why we see an increase of insanity, an increase of all sorts of bizarre behavior. Because
depression and suicidality.
oh yeah, demonic possession. The amount of people who are like depressed, I think literally just because they have demons attached to them.
Interesting.
You know, there was a really interesting Russian film that talked about the demons sucking your energy from you, and they were like these giant balloons like in Up behind you. It was really interesting. I'll have to put a link to that film in there. But
oh yeah, demons are we all have divine energy, and demons are energy drainers. They always need your energy, which is and they get it in multiple ways. We were talking about the Sobek.
what?
Yeah.
The Sobek.
What the heck is that?
That's the mass ritual of
In ancient Egypt, when they would try to summon the gods of demon, they'd have sit an altar while the priests surrounded and bibbidi bobbed to themselves, and then they would all orgasm at the same time and ritualistic to summon the Egyptian human animal hybrid gods, and they would appear. And so every single time you watch pornography, it's actually the same thing as that. You don't realize you're summoning a spirit of ancient Egypt and Babylon.
Kwaku. We need to hook you up with Fight the New Drug. And be like, guys, here's how you're going to get people
that
to
was
stop
a lot
watching.
more effective of an argument than the crusty old man getting up reading scriptures. If now you know you're straight up summoning spirits,
You know,
man.
there are online watch groups where their job is quite literally to watch and then take screenshots of the background where they have pagan statues just in the background.
Dude,
What?
How much does that pay? No,
Garden.
No, it's literally. There's weird blogs that do it, and they go literally, yeah, I found this, and you'll see these bizarre looking, weird Egyptian, Babylonian, like human animal hybrid statues in the background of these sets, because these teenage boys, whatever girls, think they're just watching. They don't really. They're participating in a ceremony to summon evil spirits.
Dang. And is that like adding to the number of shadow people in the world too? That
yeah. Do they go away
CERN?
once you stop watching?
No,
you know,
their goal. Okay, this is how it's scary, because it used to be to have shadow people and demons and evil spirits around you had to summon them. But if CERN is going to rip open a hole through the veil, a hole into hell, that means you don't have to summon them. They have been mass summoned by virtue of us opening that portal hole, which means general people can start being affected by this stuff.
dude. So you're saying that it's going to be a lot like Ghostbusters. When
Joseph Smith said, Noah came before the flood, I have come before the fire. And Jesus said, as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall be at the coming of the Son of Man. And we all know the book of Enoch, and the days of Noah were full of interdimensionality and spirit monsters and human animal hybrids and demons running amok.
All right.
Dang.
So what do we do to prep, dog?
Read your scriptures and pray, bro.
Stop dating Swiss chicks.
Stop dating Swiss
Stop dating
chicks.
Swiss chicks. Not a good idea.
So
I've been there, done that. Wasn't a good idea.
You need to stop looking at suggestive materials, shall
Yes.
we say?
Really, just protect
And-
yourself, protect your home. Make sure your home is free of all darkness and evil.
And what do you do when you meet a shadow person?
Kick his
No, but you can't
Shake
touch
his
him.
hand, bro. Ask
Well, if you meet
can
a
shake
shadow
his hand.
person, cast him out, right?
That works.
Yeah, you cast out evil spirits in the name of Christ all the time.
Okay, all the time. Well, I should
people
hang
do
out
it.
with you on weekends more often.
People do it. I once had to cast out a goblin.
Do shut up, really?
Goblin.
You ever tell you that story about the goblin?
Oh,
The sleep paralysis one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ah,
we
yeah,
already went past our 22 minutes for radio, but this is going to be bonus materials. Hit it.
Okay, yeah. So maybe we'll upload this as a little video too. But
Okay.
I'm
wait,
also,
it should just be a scary stories we have episode. Should we just make that one? Make it
Oh,
that?
that would be good. Because I want to hear about how the Catholic Church covered this up.
Oh
Kwaku.
crap! Damn it! Darn it! Sorry. Wait. Sorry, Card. This is gonna be a 2-parter episode. All right.
Okay,
We
fine.
need more
What,
content
what,
upload
what?
anyway.
Part
Okay.
2.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. What am I about to listen to?
This is gonna be
What
part
is
2
this?
episode of YouTube for this. Okay. So.
Okay.